Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is time for everyone's favorite type of video, project pan updates. I thought that when I started increasing the frequency of these videos, they wouldn't be as well viewed. Like I used to do these videos every 2 months and then I increased it to every 4 to 6 weeks. And so I was like, okay, that's way more frequent. Not as many people are going to watch it, but no, these are still consistently the most viewed videos on my channel. And luckily that seems to be the case whether or not I progress really well. Unfortunately, I have no empties today. I feel like I should say that off the bat in case you are here for empties. You will be disappointed. You can click out right now. I don't have any huge updates. I have found in the past that the big progress tends to come all at once. Sometimes I will have 3 empties in one video. They just all happen to be finished at the same time. So it's possible that that will happen in the next update or some future update, but today is not that day. I have one product that is extremely close to being finished and another product that is very close to being finished, but none of them that have been finished. That being said, I am actually going to add 2 products into the project pan, and that is because these are products that I can see myself finishing within the year and that progress is going to be very obvious. They're powder products and you can really see how much I'm using them. I've noticed over the past few weeks them going down, and so I want to be able to document that kind of progress, and I think you guys would all appreciate that. So I am going to be adding some new things in. Also because last time, for some reason, I did not add any new products into the project pan, even though I finished one. So I ended up with 9 products rather than 10. I always like to have 10 or 11. So we're just making up for that. All that being said, it is time for my update. Some of these products, even though they haven't been finished, I do think I've made really, really good progress. 2 in particular, I'm really excited to track and to compare to last time. So let's just get into it and see the non-empty but still impressive panning progress that I have undertaken since last update. You know what I'm most excited about? Funnily enough, this Dior foundation. I think other than maybe 2 times, this is the only foundation that I have used since the last update, and that is very unusual for me. I have a number of foundations. I have it's a bit of a deep shade for me, so it's better for summer, and then I have my e.l.f. kind of highlighty skin tint product, and then I have my Fenty. So all of those I use quite a bit, but I have been enjoying this more than I used to, and so I've just been thinking, hey, it's winter, my skin is paler, so this suits it better, and if I'm actually enjoying it, let's just get use out of it. So I'm gonna measure this first, and this is something that I actually measure by weight because there is no other way to tell how much is remaining. Last time, I think I was at 51 grams, so I'm gonna guess that I'm at 47. Okay, that's gonna be my guess. Let me go get the scale and then let's measure it together. Okay, it says 48. Okay, we didn't quite get there, but that's pretty, now 47. Okay, it's going back and forth between 47 and 48. So ignore my sweatpants. I'm pretty happy with that. That is more progress than I've seen on this product in months now. And that is only going to increase because April and May are busy for me. I'm going to be working a short contract, and so I'm probably going to be wearing makeup a lot more of the time. Whereas in March, I was probably wearing makeup 4 days a week. It might be more 5 days a week in April. So fingers crossed for this in future. I actually even feel like it feels lighter. I don't know, that might not actually be accurate, but it doesn't feel very heavy. Okay, the next one, let's go in order for the rest of these. Let's do a powder one for the next update because I feel like powder is just always the most impressive, especially when you have pan, then you can actually see the progress that has been made. Now, because I'm using this on an almost daily basis, as I said, probably 4 days a week, 3 to 4. I can't tell how much progress has been made. It doesn't seem to me like it was a lot. When I'm using it, I'm like, oh, I wanted this to go faster, typical panning. But it looks like the pan is at least a third. So that's really good. It has been hard to get in there. I kind of suspect that when we really get down to it, I'm going to have to use a smaller brush for the all the way around, because my brush that I use for powder is, it's not huge, but it's like a bit smaller than this. And so, you know, it covers a large surface area and it's really hard to get into those little areas. I know some people use smaller brushes for powder to just like do like little tiny areas, so maybe I will have to do that. But yeah, you will be able to see, compared to previous updates, how much progress I've made. Fingers crossed. Again, I've been wearing more makeup recently, so it should be good progress. But that being said, I don't know. I don't think this is going to be done by the end of the summer. Let's say fall. Okay, this will be done sometime in the fall, I'm expecting. While we're at it, let's talk about the other powder product. This one, because I haven't yet hit pan, despite using it quite a bit, it's hard to tell the progress that has been made. There's definitely a dent, you know, like it's been used up deeper. It's gonna be really hard to tell, but no pan showing yet for sure for this bronzer. I have also been using this as an inner corner highlight on the eyes and also brow bone. I did that today, but obviously that is a much smaller surface area than like my cheeks and my forehead. It's just like one little dot in for one eye and then one little dot in for the other with an eyeshadow brush versus a bronzer brush. So that's going to be going a lot slower, but my goal with this is not to finish it because that's kind of unrealistic for now. I just want to hit pan on this at some point this year. This is not my like number one go-to product when I want like a bronzer sculptor kind of thing. I usually reach for my e.l.f. cheek bronzer stick thing because that I know it is going to go off faster than this powder, and that one I just find easier to layer because I do use a lot of like cream cheek products, so I find it makes sense to apply the cream bronzer along with the cream blush. And this, sometimes I'm like, oh, is this gonna go well with my cream blush? You know, like are they gonna work together well on the cheek? So I would say I probably use the e.l.f. product more. Maybe I should pull that out of my makeup bag for a bit so that I focus on this, but I do want to get use out of that thing. And I have also thought about adding that into the project pan because I think I will need to finish it by the end of 2025. I have only had it for just over a year. I got it like last January, but I think 2 years is probably like its max shelf life. So I do still want to be focusing on it, probably more in the summer. But anyways, we are getting better at using bronzers. I think I've got to the point where when I'm doing a full face and I don't have some kind of bronzer or contour on, it feels incomplete. And it didn't used to feel that way. Now, if I'm doing a lighter face of makeup, I still think using just a blush looks better than using a blush and a bronzer. But full face, I now feel like I need a bronzer to complete it, which is progress. That's definitely progress. I think I'm gonna keep this in because like what if I take it out of the project pan because I haven't been seeing progress, and then 2 weeks from now I hit pan and it wasn't in the project pan, so I can't talk about hitting pan next time. Like, no, I want to be able to document it when I finally do hit pan. The next one is the product that I really thought would be done for today. And in fact, I thought that it would be done for my last project pan update. Like, that is how optimistic I have been with this. It is the Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is tiny. Okay, this is not the full size. It is only 2 milliliters. Oh my God, 2 milliliters sounds so tiny, like literally nothing. And we have really gotten down there. I think I said that last time, but we're still not quite there. I'll squeeze it up to you so you can tell what we're working with. Oopie. Can you go back in there? I don't think it's gonna go back. Okay. So at this point, I really have to like turn it sideways. I don't want any more to come out. So I think it's probably only about 2 weeks more product in there. However, next week is like empty. Like I thought I would finish it this week because I've put on makeup. Has it been every day? Yeah, I think I use this every day this week except Monday and Wednesday. And so I thought that would be enough to finish it off, but it was not. And now looking at this next week, I'm wearing it today. I might wear it tomorrow. I don't know, tomorrow depends. I have like tentative brunch plans tomorrow. But then Monday to Friday, no plans where I need to do a full face of makeup. So yeah, I don't know about this next week. But next time, please, next update. I really, really want to be finished this by next update. And if I'm not, that would be embarrassing. Getting into April, when I thought this would be done by February, that is shameful. So we'll see. Okay, we'll just have to see. Okay, now we get into the actual measurable products. I have those tracked on the back here because we've got a decent number of like liner type products. You know what I mean? We've got one inner corner eyeliner, two like actual eyeliners, and then one lip liner. Every time I get confused because I think that the lip liner is in my lipstick project pan, but no, it's in my regular project pan because lipstick project pan is specifically for dark lipsticks. If you are interested in other project pans I do, then definitely check that one out. I will link it here. Yeah, I'm trying to get through all of my dark lipsticks because I never use them organically, having mixed results. But anyways, this one I'm hoping that I've done really well with because I feel like I've been using it a lot. Look how small it is now. Look at that. It's almost like the size of the cap. And I really do like it. But whenever I get to the point of being like, oh, should I savor it because I like it so much because I don't have anything else that is this pink shade, whenever I start feeling like that, I realize it's not my ideal shade. Like this is still, it's still too pinky for me. It's not quite nude enough. Let me compare it to an actual nude that I love. Okay, this NYX lip liner in Peekaboo Neutral, similarly very, very small right now, and this has been 100% organic use, okay? Favorite lip liner in my collection still, I think. It is, I think it's a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner, although I think this might have come out like before that, but anyways, do you see how they actually look very similar here, but the NYX one is quite a bit more, it's lighter, it's more nude, and the Annabelle one is more pinky. I promise it looks more different in real life than it does on camera. So anyways, when I started feeling like that about the Annabelle lip liner, I'm like, no, this is actually not your favorite. It's not the most flattering shade on you, and you'll be just fine when you finish it off. And in fact, you'll be happy because you no longer feel like you have to use it, like you have to reach for it. So let's measure it. Let's see how much progress we have gotten on it. I cannot wait for the day when it is the same size as the actual cap. Nice. Okay, solid. Actually, not as much progress as I had for the last update, but still very respectable. So here's where we're at. This is probably the most impressive product since the beginning of the year. You can see we started up there. And considering it's only been 2.5, 3 months, that's a lot of progress to make on a lip liner in just 3 months. So I'm happy with that. I do want this to be done by the summer. Ideally, like if it can be done by July. It also depends because sometimes with lip liners, like the product doesn't actually go right down to the bottom, right? Like it could end right here. That might be the bottom of it. I just won't know until I get there. So we'll see. I don't think this is going to be done for end of April, early May, but maybe for like June, July update. The next ones are not going to be as impressive, but obviously they're still worth tracking because I have still used all of them to varying degrees. This brown one, let's measure this next. And oh my God, they are like actually the same size now. That is super impressive. If you've been following along for a long time, you know that this is the product that has been in my project pan for the longest. Like it's been years now. Okay. It's about the same amount of progress as it was last time. So that's nothing to sniff at. Is that the saying? Okay, kind of messed up that line right there. But that is where we are at with the eyeliner. And my feelings towards this have definitely improved. I no longer feel like I have to reach for it. Like this is kind of my go-to liner. As long as it's not like a going out night, this is probably what I'm wearing. If it's a going out night, I'm gonna wear darker eyeliner probably. Like it was my partner's birthday last weekend, so we had a party. So I mean, I can include some pictures here of my makeup look if I took any. Actually, don't know if I took any. Going out, black eyeliner. Every other day, brown eyeliner. So like I had book club last night. This was the liner I wore. What else did I have this week? I had a dress fitting. This is the eyeliner I wore. What did I have on Thursday? I went for coffee with someone. This was the liner I wore. Do you know what I mean? Like this is just part of my regular usage now. And I started thinking, because okay, the Sephora sale is coming up soon. So I was like, wait, what am I going to do when I finish this? Should I buy a new brown eyeliner? Because I need something to replace this. Because I don't have any other brown liners. And I was like, no, like, let's not get ahead of ourselves. You don't actually know how long it's going to take to finish this. It could actually take until the end of the summer. Like it could be September when you finally finish it. And then, you know, the Sephora sale is coming up at the end of October, right? And like, you don't actually need a brown liner. You could always wear a brown eyeshadow as liner. And that's actually what I did today. I just wanted to challenge myself and see if I could. And it actually pretty much looks the same. Like, can you tell that I'm using a brown eyeshadow? I'm doing an eyeshadow roulette currently. I will link that here. And so I'm trying to get use out of all of the shades in that palette. And one of them is obviously a brown. So that's what I'm wearing today. And yeah, I will be just fine if I finish this and then I am out of brown eyeliners. I do not need to panic and buy an eyeliner. And even if I do need to buy a brown eyeliner in September, like it's okay if it's not during the Sephora sale. Sure, I won't save like $5, but it's fine if it comes to that. I would rather not have a makeup backup, even if that means not buying a product on sale. Okay, next one. These two, I don't think my progress will have been as good, but let's see. This Revlon one, honestly, I don't know. This is another one that I'm like, is there even a point in including this in the project? Because I don't feel like I've used it very much. I'm not using up the purple end, I'm just using up the cream end. I did wear this today and yesterday. I try to wear it whenever I am doing makeup. And oh, okay, my progress has actually been a lot better than I anticipated, considering, I don't know, I don't feel like I have been wearing this much because I haven't been wearing very much makeup, but that is where we're at. Definitely better than the last update, so that's good. Okay, well, guess I'm keeping it in now because I like seeing that kind of progress, and if I'm getting that much use out of it, then let's document it. There's nothing else to say. I use this when I put eyeshadow and eyeliner on. I'm not going to do it if I have just like extremely minimal makeup on, but I'm still liking it and I do want it to be done. Okay, I think this year is not very realistic, but it's super old, so I do want it out as soon as possible. And the final product that we are measuring is this Urban Decay eyeliner. And this actually, it does have a brown liner on the other end. It's a lot deeper. Probably need to sharpen it. It's a lot deeper than this small one here, but it's still brown. So I could always use this if I feel like I don't have any brown eyeliners to use. I did sharpen the black end recently. That's the end that I'm focusing on. So that is good. That shows that I have been using it, but let's measure it. Okay. Not too much progress. Again, I didn't have a ton of big events this month, so I was not wearing black eyeliner a ton. Can you see that? It's just a little bit, just like a couple of millimeters. It happens. I should sharpen the other end. I feel like that would net me a little bit of progress, even if that's kind of cheating. But I'm still liking it. Again, it's old, so that's the reason that I want to finish it, not because I don't like it. We've got two final products to discuss before I move on to the products that I am bringing into the project pan for this update. And both of these next ones that I need to discuss, I do not know how much progress I've made. I have not looked at the comparison pictures since the last two updates, so we will be finding out together. The first one is this Merit highlight that has been depotted into this MAC paint pot. I think you can tell that I've been using this because it looks sort of like squished down. The way that I use it is, you know, sort of put my finger in there like that and then apply it on my cheekbones like so. Generally, I put this on before I put any kind of blush on, but it is super versatile. I find it's a nice formula, so I can apply it on top of powder blush like I have just now. Yeah. I use this every single time I do my makeup, like every single time, even if I'm just doing mascara and a tiny bit of cream blush, but you know, cream highlight, it takes a long time to get through and longer when it is in a potted thing like this. It's a lot faster when you're directly drawing it on your cheeks, but using this I have found has taken a long time. So let's compare it to previous pictures of the update. Again, it's not an issue of I'm not using it. I am using it every day. It's just that it's taking a long time to get through. So it's hard to predict how long it will take to be finished, but I'm sure that you can see at least some visible progress. And I am still enjoying it. And this is still my only cream highlight. And the final one is this EOS lip balm. I have definitely been using it. Should I add a little now? All I'm wearing on my lips is my brown e.l.f. lip liner. But this is where we are looking. Turn it to the side. It is very flat, not completely, but like almost. And you can really see inside the like lines of the actual blue product. So I know I'm really getting down there. I think next time we will probably be able to see like the actual container itself. It will have gone down to that level. I don't think I'm going to scoop out what's remaining, mostly because then I'm going to have to put it into another container and then like use my finger to apply that. And I hate doing that, but I have definitely made progress. So let's compare it to the previous updates and see how that's been going. It's funny because my main lip products that I'm trying to pan right now, I either have to choose between a very dark vampy lipstick or liquid lipstick or just like a clear lip balm. So in the morning it's like, like what vibe do we want to give today, you know? But obviously I can use this at like any time of day, whereas liquid lipstick, I'm probably not going to apply at like 10 p.m. before bed. This I can apply at actually any time of day. And I'm still enjoying it. Like, I wouldn't say it's the best lip balm ever. I'm probably never going to buy an EOS lip balm again. First of all, because it's very dated. Like, I feel like no one is still using EOS, but also, like, it just, you know, it's just fine. It's just whatever. It was trendy. That's why I bought it at the time, all of those years ago. But yeah, this is my last EOS lip balm. Now let's move on to the products that I'm actually adding into the project pan. One of these has been in the project pan many times before. It will be familiar. The other one has never been in a project pan, but I really need to challenge myself. So this is my MAC highlight. It broke, and so I took the broken pieces and I put it into this container. And I don't know when I last had this in my project pan. I mean, it wasn't in 2025 for sure, so the last time you would have seen a picture of it as like an update would have been 2024 at least, but I don't even remember if I had it in the project at like the end of the year. So it's been at least 3 months since you last saw it, and look how we're doing. Look at that. That is all that is remaining. I finally feel like I will be able to finish this year. I probably said that in previous years, but like, come on, like that amount of highlight is actually feasible to finish. It doesn't cover the full bottom of the container anymore. So I want to show you the progress that is being made, and so I'm including this in my project pan. I do not use this every time I put makeup on, but every time I do a like more full face. Basically, if there's eyeliner on, there is powder highlight on. I'm also really wanting to use this up because I have a new-ish highlight. I was gifted one at the end of 2024 and I've only used it one time. It's an Annabelle highlight. It's very, very nice. I used it when I was doing a video of like trying out all of my new makeup or like recent makeup products, which I can link that here. And since then I've been like, nope, you're not allowed to use it because you are focusing on this product. So I really want to get this out so that I can move on to that one. I still like this. I think it's a great highlight, but when you've been panning something for as long as I have, you just want it to be finished, even if you do like it. So that's the first one. The second one is another powder product that has also been shattered. This is my Tarte eyeshadow in the shade Speak Easy. And this has fallen on the floor and smashed, I think 4 times. And I have not depotted it, but I have repressed it a number of times, and each time it keeps breaking or it keeps falling. It just must be very, very loosely packed because I have dropped many products on the floor. you may think it's because I'm clumsy. I mean, probably it partially is that, but also I have limited space. Like our bathroom sink area, which is where I do my makeup, it's about this thick, like all around the sink. And so I have a blow dryer, and the blow dryer does not even fit like on the bathroom sink tile thing. It doesn't fit. It doesn't stay there. Like there's nowhere to actually put it in the bathroom when I'm doing my hair. Anyways, and so when I'm getting ready, there's like so many things that are around this tiny, tiny sink thing. And so inevitably something falls off occasionally. So this is what it's looking like now. Yeah, I'm just probably not going to try to repress it. Well, I might. I just don't really know the point because it's just going to break again. Sometimes it has broken by itself and sometimes it has broken because I have knocked it. I'm trying to get more use out of this. It is definitely not my favorite. It's just too deep. I like a sparkle eyeshadow. I like a brown eyeshadow, but I don't like a deep brown sparkle eyeshadow. I just find it doesn't work on me. I did successfully wear it well, I think, for the first time last night. Like, I've tried this so many times and I've never loved the look. Last night, I mean, I didn't love it, but I thought it was pretty good, so I will insert pictures here. Yeah, I need to keep that same energy because I want to get this finished, fully panned, by the end of 2025. There's just too little left to like pass it on to anyone else. It just doesn't look great. It also kind of feels like a cheat because there used to be so much product in here. It says 2 grams. Now there's probably like 0.2 grams left because so much has just like fallen out over the years. And so I feel like I can finally actually finish it. So I want to challenge myself to do that because I never finish eyeshadows. Like it's just so hard for me. So this is now in the project pan and I want to finish it by the end of 2025. Let's just talk about a book that I've been reading lately. I will just very quickly talk about this one because I'm not that passionate about it, but it's different than my regular genre, so I should discuss it. This is The No-Show by Beth O'Leary, and the only reason I'm reading this is because I recently read Ivana Lynch's memoir, which I loved. I also love her voice and just overall vibe, and I was looking at like if she's writing anything on Goodreads, anything upcoming, and I saw that she'd actually recorded a couple of audiobooks or like part audiobooks, and one of them was this one. So that's why I listened to it. And I've actually read Beth O'Leary before. I read both the Flat Share and the Switch. And I think that they're like decent, light romances. I don't know. I don't love these kinds of books generally, but you know, they're like enjoyable if you need something light. And this one actually quite impressed me. It started off slow. I didn't think it was great. I was like kind of underwhelmed. And then it got more complex. Basically, how it is set up is you meet these 3 different women. One is Irish, 2 are British, and you realize that they all seem to be dating the same man. Like, this guy is going out with all of them, you think. And all of the characters are very different. I didn't like Jane as much. She's just like a bit too passive for me, but the other 2, Siobhan and Maggie? Miranda. I really like both of them. Yeah, so anyways, this was a fun romance. It is a bit heavier than you expect towards the end, but I still overall enjoyed it. So that's all for today. Best wishes to you on your project pans, and I will talk to you next week.